was 2004. The place, San Bernardino, California. The event was the International Toastmasters Convention. I sat there that day listening to speaker Serrano Kelly, a young black man in his 30s. He walked down the center aisle. He looked down at me, glancing at my name badge on my shirt. He said, "John, what time is it?" I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. He looked me straight in the eye, and then he said, in even a louder voice, "What time is it?" I just blurted out, "It's time to get started." Ladies and gentlemen, it was time to get started. That day, Serrano Kelly talked about the book he had written on how to change your life in 12 weeks. He also talked about something very important, the power of doing things today. You see, that "what time is it" meant you can't do things yesterday. You can't do things tomorrow. We can only do things today, and we can only take action now. Well, right that second, I took action. I picked up his book on the way out. I read about his life, and I sat down and I set some goals. 12-week goals. And within 12 weeks, I lost 26 pounds. You know what? For the previous 4 years, I'd been on a diet. I lost exactly 4 years. I didn't lose a pound. But after setting goals, I was able to lose 26 pounds in 12 weeks. I also went on to become an area governor for Toastmasters, and I got a job promotion. Those things wouldn't have happened without those 4 words. And over the next few years, setting goals and learning the power of today, I was able to do some incredible things. Some things that Serrano said you can only do if you write them down and you do them today. I wrote a book, ran a triathlon, amazing things that I know have changed my life. But something over the last couple of years has come in, has crept in, and started to block things. And I'd like to share with you some of the things that I've been up against the last 2 years. And to illustrate what's been going on, I'd like to take this glass and show you, this is represents the time that I have in the average day. And we all fill our days with different things. But let me show you what's been happening in my own life. My day usually starts off going to work. And what usually happens when I get there? I start having to deal with Whoppers. These Whopper candies are indicative of phone calls. Yep, we all get phone calls. The minute I get to work, my phone's ringing with salespeople wanting to sell me things, customers wanting stuff. Then I come home at night. It's the telemarketers, 6 o'clock, 6:30 at dinner. They're calling. They want something. They want to sell me something. Then my friends get on the phone and want to talk for 2 hours. Yep, phone calls, one after the other, day into the evening. They take up my time. But that's not all that takes up my time. You see, something else has come up over the last few years that has encroached into my life too. And this is indicated by Good and Plenty. Yep, the good emails. Yep, those emails that come, they give us those free offers and tell us about the free iPod we won and the jokes from our friends, and the plenty, the spam, the ugliness, the meaningless emails, one after the other that keep hitting our box. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, I bet if you're like me, you have at least 1,000 unread emails in your inbox, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. We try to delete them, but they come too fast. Yep, one after the other, email after email, good after bad. They keep coming. But that's not all. Over the last year and a half, 2 years, we've had a new scourge. Yep, a new time killer. It's indicated, yep, by this box of Sweet Tarts. Yep, you probably know what I'm talking about already. Those little Sweet Tart grandkids and our children that are on Facebook. Yep, one post after the other, one picture of the grandkids after the other. They come and they take up time. Yep. And the problem is, we always want to see the latest picture. So we log in, and we see a couple more. We get them on our smartphones, a couple more. Day and night, we're on Facebook, taking up time. But it doesn't end there, no. Not if you're a technology person like me, because there's a new scourge. There's a new time killer. It's called Twitter. Yep. Those little 140 character messages that come to our smartphones, come to our inbox on our computer. Yep, that Twitter interface. And if you have an iPad or other electronic device, they come there too. 140 characters at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Now if you're like me and you have about 1,000 followers and you're following another 1,000 people, they don't come by the tens or the hundreds, they come by the thousands. Post after post, tweet after tweet, they take up our time. But you know what? Once they start coming, we want to see the next one. We want to see what everybody's saying. Filling up our day, filling up our time like never before. But it doesn't stop there. No, that's my day. But then I get home, and what do? I turn on the TV, and I start watching those mindless sitcoms. Yep, I snicker a lot at the different shows, but they take up time. Yep, hour after hour of the sitcoms. But in between the sitcoms, I have to start listening to the airheads. Yep, the Entertainment Tonight, the talking heads on the news, right and left. Boom, they come in, show after show after show. The latest on Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan. We want to know what's going on. But the problem is, they take time. So, pretty soon, our day is full. In fact, we've got so much information, it takes up more than our day. It takes up sleeping time. We're up to 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night watching the latest sitcom, Airhead, or other show on TV. Soon, we don't have any time at all. And guess what? Those big goals that I talked about, maybe going back to school and getting that degree, 12 weeks, 12 months, they don't fit. Those big goals, they don't work anymore. Want to write that book? There's no place for it. There's no time. So what do? This stuff's awful hard to give up. It's just like the sugar represented here. It's addicting. Can you imagine turning Facebook off and not seeing those grandkids? Not looking at your latest email? Not watching the latest sitcom? And certainly you want to know what's going on with Charlie Sheen. So what do? The big stuff, the important stuff. That marathon that you want to run. Got to practice for it. It doesn't fit. So I would suggest one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing. And there's only one thing that you can do. Is to take your day, start with a clean day, and do the big things first. Yep. Start on your book. Start on that bachelor's or master's degree. Go out, start running for that marathon. Do it first. Guess what? When you do it first, you can fill in the rest later. And you can get the big things done. If you don't get that last tweet, so what? You've got the big things, the important things, those big, hairy, audacious goals done. You'll remember that book. You'll remember that degree. You'll remember that time with your family a lot more than you will the latest Facebook post. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor. Do the big things first. On our website, you'll find 2 tools to help you do this. One is our daily planner that has 6 boxes at the top where you can put in your big goals first. Start on those before you start on your email, before you start on your phone calls. The other is a goal setting toolkit. Set those 12-week goals. Set them and do them. Do them first. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers.